and today I am going to do a 6x6 grand tableau for a year ahead spread. And so I have done this spread for myself, and I've also done it for a client. And I also wanted to do sort of a practice run of this spread, and the practice run is what I'm going to share with you now. So since this is a practice run, this is not for anyone specific. It's kind of a made-up person. So there you go. I just, I thought about doing my reading publicly, but I don't know, there was some stuff in there because Lenormand can get very personal, I think, and about life details, and I don't know, I just felt like maybe I should keep my personal reading to myself and instead do the practice run that I did before I did mine or my clients. So what we're going to do here, since I've done this 3 times now, this particular reading, I've come to actually really like it. I'm using 3 different card systems. First, I'm going to use Lenormand, and this is the deck that I created myself. I created all of the artwork here myself for this deck, and even the cards themselves I created. I did actually scan these all and adjust them to fit a bridge size and also a mini size, and I put those up on Make Playing cards. So I'll leave the link to those down in the description if you're at all interested. So I've got my Lenormand deck, and this is called the Long Weekend Lenormand because I created this all in one long weekend. And then for the Oracle deck, we're going to use the Hedgewitch's Oracle. And for the Tarot, we are going to use the Light Seers, and this is the bag that I made for the Light Seers Tarot. So how this is going to work, I'm going to pull out a 6x6 grand tableau, and the camera is not going to be able to get all cards in frame all at once. It is what it is. These cards are just a little bit too big to fit in frame, but I will do the best I can to kind of move the camera if need be, or show pictures maybe, but I'm going to try to go fast because the one video I did of this, a private video, it lasted for like over an hour, so it was an hour and a half, and I really do not want to make this video that long, so I'm going to try to get it to be about 45 minutes or less, and we'll see if I make that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay out the grand tableau, and we will get started. Okay, so I've laid it all out. It is upside down right now, just because this is kind of how I like to do this for this big grand tableau sort of thing. I've tried to make sure everything is in frame to the best of my abilities, so I'm sorry if some cards are not. I'll do the best I can. All right, so, and I've written down all the notes for this this reading here, so I will be referring back to my notes here and there. So the first thing we do is the heart of the year. And that is the center 4 cards right here. And I'm going to flip those over. All right, so we have Clover Letter Writer Child. And I wrote in my notes for this that the heart of the year for this fake person, the heart of the year is lucky news, good news, that brings new opportunities. And that was kind of the general feeling that I got from this. Kind of some really good news that's going to bring opportunities this year for this person. And what I also wrote down a possible thing you could read from this, a possible interpretation. If the client is wanting to get pregnant or something like this, I would sort of see this as a potential positive pregnancy test. So especially with the letter here, could symbolize the test itself, and the child, obviously the potential baby, and this would be a positive pregnancy test, but yeah, so that's how I would see that. But I would say that the main thing that I would say is sort of some really good lucky news that's bringing new opportunities. And so because the writer is bringing things, clover is good luck, letter is a physical like letter or document or news, things like that, and then child represents new opportunities, new things, new adventures. So there you go. So that's kind of what I interpreted for that. So then the next part is the corners, and I really hope this is in frame. So I think that's in frame, but we have the clouds, the sun, fish, and garden. And what I wrote for this, now the corners represent what frames the year. And I read this as previously hidden or blocked influences becoming clear, and leading to great opportunities, because a fish is a lot of great opportunities and networking. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm seeing here. Like fish with garden that's a lot of networking, especially in regards to a possibly a business thing, something like that. So lots of great opportunities and networking, but it's information that was unknown at first but becoming clear there. So something unclear becoming clear, and leading to lots of networking opportunities, and which brings a lot of good cash flow. And because the fish is my interpretation of the fish is a lot of good money flow. Flow is the key word I use a lot for fish. Things flowing. All right, so the general advice, the next step after I do the corners is the general advice, which is the first 3 cards. So clouds, cross, and moon. Very interesting. So I sort of read this as taking it upon yourself, the client in this situation, to kind of come out of darkness and make yourself known. And really, there's a kind of an obligation to do this, to come out of this clouded, unknown area, to work on self-esteem, because the moon card I interpret as self-esteem as well as reputation. So the moon card, I see it connected with the moon card in tarot, but almost opposite, if that makes sense. And let me explain that. So the moon in tarot is well, think of the moon as a mirror, and the moon in tarot is like the other side of the mirror. It's what's hidden, what's not seen, whereas the moon in Lenormand is the side that's reflecting back at you. So it's your self-esteem, it's also your reputation. And so I think of the moon card in both decks like a mirror. The moon in Lenormand is putting a spotlight on things. It's making it's how you see yourself and how others see you, whereas the moon in tarot is sort of what's hidden underneath, what's a shadow self. It's what's behind the mirror, if that makes sense. So and when we have networking cards down here, flowing of network, I think the general advice here is to really take it upon yourself, to put in the hard work, the burden there, to make yourself known, to come out of those shadows, to make yourself known, and by yourself I mean the client in this situation, to make herself known, and work on self-esteem that would help you be better at that networking. All right, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over all the cards and find the people card. All right. Okay, so I think every card is in frame. I apologize if it's not. All right, so now that we have the entire grand tableau out, the next step for me when I do this particular spread is to find the person card, and that's a significator card. In this particular deck, the deck that I created, I did not do man or woman, or man and man, or woman and woman. I just did person and partner. and that makes it easy. I don't have to, so the significator is always number 28, and the partner card to that is always number 29. And that's just how I do it for this particular deck. So the person card is actually in a really great position. This is the significator. She's all the way at the top, and that indicates that she is in control of this year. She definitely has control. There are things in her past that are influencing her, but she still has a bright future. The moon next to person is really saying there's a spotlight put on her. She's getting a lot of recognition, and tower with sun. I mean, this is, I really got for this reading, and I know this is a pretend person here, but I got that this was really associated with kind of work or something business related, and very focused for this year on something on her business aspects of her life. And tower being next to her, she's getting a lot of recognition in her place of power. Yeah, and it's very possible that she could be getting a promotion this year, especially with key under tower, there, and sun right here. So this is very positive right there, and possibly being put in a position of power. So now I'm going to do the box that is around the person, and since she's all the way at the top, we're not finishing this box, so we've got only this part of her box. But one thing we can also do is we can continue and do the box right here. So these would be the top cards. Not everyone would do that. Some people would just read this, but for this particular reading, I am going to continue the box, especially since it's nice and easy right here. So birds above moon is really indicating a lot of chatter and a gossip, general recognition. Stars next to house, and birds. This could be some online discussions, possible working from home, or some online discussions, maybe a bulletin board. There we go, at home. So maybe work is continuing and coming home, and there's online work that needs to be done. So the primary diagonal is, it was birds, then person, then key, because if we bring this up here, and I know this is not in frame, but if we brought that up, it would be birds, person, key. And yeah, that is definitely not in frame, but so bird, person, key is really participating in meetings and being active is the key for this person. Snake below a person, though, is, and next to key, may indicate that there may be a need to make negotiations with a person that is less than savory. So the client here may be needing to speak to or and create some commitments with someone who is not as savory as we would like. All right, so the next part is to find the partner card, and the partner box is way down here. So we again have that same situation where with the person box, it didn't continue, it went that way. Partner box is down here. So there is a lot weighing on the partner box. So if we did, if we continued, the two cards that would be shared between the person box and the partner box are the moon and the birds, because we would be bringing these down here. And again, I know this is not in frame. So if we brought these down here, the center diagonal would be mice, partner, and moon. So the partner box is someone who's sort of, their recognition is being lessened this year. And we have, so mice takes away, it lessens things, it eats away at things. So the partner's recognition standing in the company, or and this partner card could be a partner in the business, it could be your personal partner, like your partner in life. It could be, it's someone who is very specific in your life. It could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member, could be a coworker, just someone that's affecting your life. And I get the feeling from these two boxes that the client success is also taking away from the partner success here. The opposite diagonal, bear, person, and clouds, is kind of the it's kind of the hidden issues and things like that. So there's a lot of unknowns here. And bear, a lot of responsibility and authority is being put onto the partner that clouds things. And clouds is clouds and cross and mice are surrounding these positive cards, so that's sort of putting a negative light on that. There is a lot of money flow coming to the partner, but it's being chipped away at, and some of it's being hidden. There we go. And book, partner, and cross is sort of secrets or knowledge hanging over him that gives him many burdens. And I'm saying him, but this could be a she. But yeah, so there is knowledge that's put upon the partner here that is giving the partner a lot of burdens, a lot of things they are responsible for. Yes. So, and there is communication with this partner. He is communicating online at home. So there's a lot of communication going on with this partner. Now, fish, partner, and birds is communication with him is part of what leads to your big opportunities, because he is well connected. The partner here is well connected, so these the communication that you, the client, this fake person here, is having with the partner is what's bringing some of this networking things. So this relationship with the client, and it may, or this relationship between the client and the partner, since they are so far apart here, and it seems to be a lot of online communication, this may not be someone that the client is dealing, like, that lives near. This could be a sort of distant partner. It could be someone that she's not seeing on a day-to-day. It's someone that she's communicating with mostly online. And yes, but communication with this partner is bringing a lot of the networking for the client. So at this point, and this is why I like a 6x6 when it comes to the year ahead, because one of the nice things about a 6x6 is we've got 4 perfect boxes, and a box in Lenormand is a 3x3. So we've got 4 perfect boxes, and this is something I do personally. With this kind of reading. This is not necessarily something that's traditional in Lenormand. This is just something that I do. And when I'm doing a year ahead, each of these 4 main boxes represents an area of the client's life that is that's going to be important. So we've got box 1, box 2, box 3, and box 4. And these are situations in the client's life for this upcoming year that are going to be important, or there's going to be importance placed upon it. And I'm going to separate each of these boxes out, so we'll just see the boxes themselves, so that'll make it nice and easy to fit everything in frame. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card for each box and 3 tarot cards for each box. All right, so let me separate this out now. All right, so we have the first box pulled out here, along with the oracle and the tarot cards. So for this first box, so we have the center card, which is bouquet, surprises, rewards, gifts. So the primary diagonal is clouds, bouquet, and clover. So this is general good luck, bringing her out of darkness. So general good luck, and so it's starting off in the clouds, in the darkness, and we've got a lot amount of good luck and general positiveness coming her way, so pulling her out of that darkness. So that's great. So then the outside influences, which is this diagonal, is the moon, bouquet, and crossroads. So recognition leading to new choices. So this recognition is bringing a lot of positive gifts to the client her way, anchoring her in these positive commitments and positive things, but it is leading to choices here, and so choices on what sort of thing to do. So the center vertical, we have cross, bouquet, and fox. There are responsibilities hanging over the gifts, so these are not coming for free here. There's a lot of there's a lot of sneakiness behind these gifts, and it is coming with responsibilities. So it's coming with responsibilities, and there's hidden things to these gifts. And it does require smart choices on the client's part. So cunning, smart choices that the client needs to make to for the correct where to go from there. And then the center horizontal, we have anchor, bouquet, and ring. So these rewards bring strong security. So a lot of strong commitments and security that are tied into these commitments, these promises, negotiations, whatever. All right, so the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the oracle card for this box, and I got Repel, and this is the Kohash. So repel is your initial gut feeling is to repel these gifts and praises, and to resist the hard work needed to raise your self-esteem, and to put in the work to make this work. So that's your initial like gut feeling on this, is to repel, and yeah. So I almost sort of feel like as well that there's temptations going on as well with this, and decisions on whether to give into some of these temptations, and it leaves a burden over the head, and there's this person that's bringing a lot of positive things. So there are temptations to go with a person that is maybe not so savory, and yeah, so there is a general advice to repel some of that, but this box, as in general, was saying that there may be some cunning things that the client has to do on her part to bring about some of these positive things and this recognition. All right, so the 3 cards. So the first card is it's how the client will feel about this, the client's feelings on this situation. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the challenges, which is the 8 of Cups, and finally we have the advice, which is the 4 of Cups. All right, so just making sure everything's in frame. All right, so how she'll feel about this? Well, highly blessed, fortunate. I mean, 10 of Pentacles. We've got lots of great things, a bounty, good, great legacy, a good amount of money is coming your way, and by your, I mean the client. I'm going to keep using you, things like that, but I'm talking about the client, the fake person that this reading is about. So yeah, she will feel blessed and like secure, and like her legacy is intact with this situation. So the challenges. We have the 8 of Cups, and this is knowing what to walk away from, and that makes this repel card make a lot more sense, because we need to know what these choices that this person needs to make, and what choices to repel and what choices to commit, to anchor our commitment in. And that is the 8 of Cups. It's walking away to this brighter future and leaving behind what's not working, repelling what is maybe not so great, and maybe is kind of sneaky. And so this will be a challenge for the client. So the advice is the Four of Cups. Don't automatically negate what's being offered. Really look into it, because the Four of Cups here, we're seeing this bucket of goodness coming towards you, and she's kind of looking off the other way and not really paying attention to it. And I think this card is really saying to pay attention to what's to paying attention to what's being offered, and really look into it. Don't just accept it blindly, but instead really look into it and look into what is coming into your life. And again, by you, I mean the client. All right, so now we are going to do the next box. Okay, for box 2, we have the center card of the key. So this is, the key to success. So this is a what's bringing success this year for this client. And we have her significator card right here in the corner. So the primary line is person, key, and scythe. So there is a sort of, in order to secure this success, things have to be cut out of her life, which may take time, as it is surrounded by slow-moving rooted cards, like the mountain and the tree here. Here's what's being surrounded by the scythe here, and certain things that are rooted down do need to be cut out. And that is going to be the key to success for the client this year. So the outside influences are the sun, key, and letter. And this is really saying that luck is on her side. The sun is a very lucky card. And I think there's a light is being shined onto this, the success. I see this as sort of letters of recommendation. And would that make sense with the overall reading, because we are getting this general feeling of recognition, networking, things like that. So the person is getting letters of recommendation, which is possibly leading to a more secure position in her career and possibly a promotion. And that's what I really see letters here. Outside influences, letters of recommendation for sure. So the vertical is people are vouching for her, but the vertical here is tower, key, and tree. So tree can be a slow moving thing, which is true. So this can be slowly moving up the tower, but a tree is also very rooted. It's very stable. It's staying put. So this is saying the success is stable and rooted. So yes, and it is success in a career or an official capacity here. So, and then the horizontal here, we have snake, key, and mountain. Snake can be a really deceitful thing. I also sort of see it as going off of instinct. And I saw this as using instinct to get around these blockages, using her gut feeling, her instinct to get around these rooted cards to cut away at what isn't working. So now let's pull out the Oracle card. And for this, we have Brighton, which is very nice, and this is Calendula. So really, this card is really emphasizing the sun card here. They really connect. I mean, even the cards themselves look pretty similar. So it's really emphasizing the sun here. Keep highlighting your success, and it will continue. So it is a really highlighting your success here, making yourself known out there. So for the tarot cards, the first card is the client's feelings, which is Page of Pentacles. The second card is the challenges she will face, which is Five of Wands. And the general advice is Ten of Swords, which really fits in with that scythe here. So the general feelings, Page of Pentacles, feeling new at this and unsure about how to keep this going, because the Page of Pentacles is it's kind of like that new hire. The client here may be getting hired for a new position, maybe within the company. Something that was rooted down is being cut out though. So it's very possible she switched to a new job completely, and in that sense, she would feel like just starting out and a little unsure of herself. So yeah, but the pages are new to things, but there's a lot of potential behind them, and so that is how she's feeling for this box. The challenges are, it's Five of Wands, that is competition. There is a lot of competition for whatever field this is that she is getting into. There's a lot of competition, so that is the challenge. And so the general advice is the Ten of Swords, and that is basically the same as the scythe here. So it's echoing the scythe and cutting out what's holding you back. And by you, again, I mean the client. But yeah, so cutting out what's holding her back. So there we go. Yeah. So now let's do the next box. Okay, so we have box 3. All right, and the center card is book. So this is all about secrets, unknown information, or being educated on something. So our primary diagonal here, we have coffin, book, and birds. So locked up secrets and info that you have no control over and other people are gossiping about. So that is the primary thing. There's a lot of gossip about this. Whatever this is, it's locked up tight, but people are talking about it. But the outside influences, this diagonal here, the writer, book, and fish, discovery of this information does lead to great success here. So when this information comes out, it's leading to something that's very positive, and a cash flow that's really great for the client here. So the vertical, we have dog, book, and partner. And this makes the partner situation from before make a lot more sense, because before we were seeing that the partner's success was sort of being eaten away at here. Things were being taken away here for the partner, and it seemed to be tied to the client's own success. So something that's positive for her is leading to something negative for the partner here. And it seems that this partner is probably a good friend. It is someone that that the client has a good relationship with, though they may not be seeing each other every day. And out of this loyalty, these secrets were revealed by the partner, or part of the secret, or knowledge of the secrets, or knowledge of this information was being shared by the partner, and that may be what's leading to the partner's own success being taken away from. So I think this is a pretty positive situation in regards to the partner here. Yeah. So, and then the horizontal, we have mice, book, and bear. And the hidden information, there's a person in authority. It could very well be this partner person. There's a position in authority that is taking away the secrets. The information becomes available through a leadership position, through your partner, and that is leading to this success and the chatter going on here. So, yeah, so that is that. So now let's look at the oracle for this box. So the oracle we have is Caution, Wormwood. So, yeah, Caution. uncovering too much. So there is a point where this may be uncovering too much. Getting more information is needed. Hearing, so there could be some false chatter going on as well with this birds here. So there is some caution to not necessarily listen to everything that's being said about this situation, because some of it's true, some of it's not. So there is some caution in moving forward with this. We have to listen to things carefully. All right, so the cards. So her feelings on this are the King of Cups. The challenges are the Fool is the Fool. And then the advice is the Ace of Wands, so action. Okay, so the feelings are the King of Cups. And so the King of Cups, she'll have strong feelings about this, but controlled and tempered and empowered. These are controlled feelings. Like this King of Cups, he knows what's going on. And I think the client in this situation, she knows what's going on. She knows that there's this situation going on, and she does feel in control of it, even though there's all sorts of hidden information about this. She feels in charge and in control of the situation. So the challenge is the Fool. And this is really not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing what's going to be uncovered. So she knows about this, but the details maybe not so much. And so the Fool here, this is the difficulty. This is the and it connects with this take caution on what you leap on, because here we don't leap into something without first looking into it. So while the advice is to take action, we're also encouraged here to look before we leap. So don't just jump headstrong into this. Take action for sure, and that's really, there's not much more interpretation needed for this. Just take action. All right, so let's get to the last box. Okay, so we are finally at our final box, and the center card is Stork, and Stork is big changes and possible relocation, especially with it right above the house here. I'm seeing this, and next to ship as well. I'm seeing this as a move. So this client here, this fake person that this reading is about, I would say that she's probably going to move sometime this year. So the primary diagonal, we have child, stork, and garden. So support from a wide community is bringing new adventures and big changes, or a changing community, new adventures. And the outside influences, we have heart, stork, and stars. So again, we've got that support. Here's the support. So support is right here in this corner. There's a lot of support in this. So there's the client has a lot of support in this big change. And it's possible that there's that online support as well, because I do see the stars as online experiences, but it's also just sort of a guiding light. This saying that this is where it's supposed to be, and there's a lot of support coming outside for this change, and it is sort of bringing fame, or stars. I sort of see as a little bit of fame, but it's more like with the heart here, it's like people that that you look up to are encouraging you on this move, and by you I mean the client here. But then we have so the vertical, we have Lily, stork, and house. Very likely a move to a new house. Possibly with some help and support from an older person, that is Lily. So this big move to a new house, new location, something going on here, like that. It may not necessarily be a physical move from the client's house. It could be a new office, something like that. There's a move. There is a move to a new location going on here. And then we have ship, stork, and broom. With this big change, with this moving to this big change, there is bringing with it a lot of work that needs to be done, and possibly a sense of, I guess, guilt or shame. And that could go back to that first box we saw, where there may have been some deals going on that may have been less than savory, and so there is a little bit of shame or guilt around this success going on. So that's a possibility here. There may be some of the client's success may be due to some of her choices there, that maybe hindered other people's success. So, and we saw that the partner revealed some of that information that led to the success for the client, but it was to his own detriment. And maybe there is some sort of shame or guilt being felt here by the client about her success, in that her success sort of hindered on someone else's failures or less success. So that's a possibility. Things are complicated like that. So the Oracle card, we have Tribulation, which is very interesting to get with such a positive box for the most part. So Tribulation, I think this is really connected to this Broom card. All these changes, while positive, are uprooting your security. There will be an adjustment period, and this will be a time of a lot of change, a lot of moving around. And the herb for this was nettle, by the way. All right, so the tarot cards. So her feelings on this are the Six of Wands, victorious. The challenges are the Two of Cups, and the advice is death, rebirth. All right. So, yeah, this makes a ton of sense with this box reading here. So there is a huge amount of success going on, and she is feeling victorious, and yeah, absolutely. But the challenge here is that it possibly broke up the partnership, or it had lessened the relationship with the client and maybe someone else, that person that she feels a sense of guilt around. That relationship is strained now, and so that is Two of Cups is a partnership, and that partner card really said that there's a person that you're friendly with, and out of a sense of loyalty, they gave that information to you, you being the client, and the client made her choices and is receiving the success from those choices, but the partner maybe not so much, and so there is a strain in that relationship. And the success is the advice is to move on, basically. Death, rebirth. What happened. The only way to move on is to move on, and that is the Death card there. Let go of what's holding you back, and that connection with that scythe again. All right, so that is the full reading. So this is not a real reading because this is a pretend person, but I kind of wanted to do a sort of breakdown of how I do a year ahead spread with Lenormand. I do a full grand tableau, and it is a 6x6. I do a 8x4+4 for other things, other types of grand tableaus. But for a year ahead, I specifically do the 6x6 because it gives me those 4 boxes. And I see those as the 4 main parts of the year that need to have focus on for this reading. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And I hope to do more of these types of videos. Of course, this was a pretend person, but yeah, I'd love to do more of these sort of practice readings with pretend clients or whatever. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great year, and see you later. Bye.